Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. First of all, let me say thank you for you all to be here today. I am Zahra with student ID number 2, 5, and 7, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to present the research entitled Mental Health Profiles and Academic Achievement in Australian School Students. This research is by Tess Gregory et al. 2024. And now let's begin with introduction. The first thing that I will explain is rationale. So this research aims to explore the first prevalence of different mental health profiles in student age 8 until 18 years old using LPA. And the second is explored the association between socio-demographic characteristics and membership into different mental health profiles. And the last is explore the association between mental health profiles and academic outcomes after adjustment for a broad range of confounders. And of course, we have the research question. So, based on the rationale, we have the research question. The first is, how is the prevalence of different mental health in students using LPA? And the second is, how is the association between socio-demographic character and membership into different mental health profiles? And the last of the research question is, how is the association between mental health profiles and academic outcomes after adjustment for a broad range of confounders? Okay, everyone, now we move to the methodology. This research has a lot of participants. There are many participants. There are 75,757 students who took or who complete the 2019 South Australian Wellbeing and Engagement Collection, and this research using quantitative latent profile analysis or LPA. So LPA was used to classify students into different mental health profiles. And then the research instrument using survey WEC or Well-being and Engagement Collection. So it's like mental health indicators were measured using self-reported surveys. This is WEC, and it's covering emotional well-being, school engagement, learning readiness, and overall health. Okay, now we move to the result of this research. So the result is there are 5 mental health profiles were identified. The first is complete mental health, good mental health, moderate mental health, symptomatic but contact. It means like high distress but also high well-being. And the last is trouble or low well-being and high distress. So 45% of students had low well-being, high psychological distress, or both. So students with complete mental health had the highest academic achievement, while those in the symptomatic but content group had the lowest scores. Okay, now I will present about the discussion. As I said before, there are 5 mental health profiles. Now, the gender and age differences show that girls and older students it's into trouble and moderate, but the boys and younger it's into complete or good mental health, and then non-binary or others it's risk to be trouble. It shows that gender and age differences has the impact of the mental health and the academic achievement. And then the last is socio-demographic. This discussion shows that socio-demographic has many impact of the mental health and academic achievement, because if the socio-demographic is low, The student is into moderate symptomatic and troubled mental health. Okay, the last is the conclusion. I will explain about the implication of this research. So, implication for school and education system, the need to pair clinical supports for students with psychological distress with population level preventive health approach. It's to build psychological well-being of the students, and the limitation of this research is limited validity of the instrument, narrow measurement of psychological distress, restrict sample for academic achievement analysis, cross-sectional data limitation, and the last is the lack of adjustment for student age. And the recommendation from this research is, Tess Gregory hoped that future research could explore alternative educational outcomes. It's such a school grades in senior high school as if the relationship is student age using effect measure modification approach. Okay, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to everyone who has taken the time to listen to my presentation. If you have any question, suggestion or comments, I will be more than happy to discuss with you. Thank you once again for your time and support. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.